that you're related to addicting tea, you're related to fresh, that doesn't mean that you can say that you're a better mixer than them.
Oh, dude, that is uncalled for.
I think he could be. And Dave is one of my favorites.
Yes.
I think Rugley might be up there.
Hey,
let
man,
me say something. He didn't say
You're
that.
making me
It was
blush
just a
over
joke.
here.
It's funny because it's not showing on your face, so I know you're blushing somewhere else. So I appreciate it. I swear to God, the color won't change in your face, so I just know you're getting pinker and pinker down there.
And you know about pink. Pink is like
Yeah.
your thing, right?
He's an expert on pink.
No
Sure.
shit. You guys.
Is this a ginger thing? Is it because I'm a ginger?
Are you a ginger?
You are.
Yeah, dude. Look at me.
I can't
not
tell.
Two of them.
Oh,
Of them,
God.
fuck.
We're taking over.
Yes, we
Oh
are.
I don't know. I think your beard game is better than mine, though.
I told you guys we need an Asian guy, not another red guy. We discussed this.
Hey,
There is a balance here. No, white, brown, red. Another red is
That's
like
true.
too much.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we need to have more red.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you are red.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of a little money in the game, but
He's more pink than he is red.
I know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's becoming a problem. A lot of people think their monitors are broken. They're not. They're fully set up correctly. I am a pink person.
Okay, let me introduce our guest. This is Rugley. He's red. He's related to Editing Tea Fresh. He's an excellent mixer. And he has a YouTube show that is actually really good.
We're gonna start
Welcome.
right
Thank
off
you.
the
I
bat.
really appreciate it. Here I am. I'm Rugley Juice Recipes. Welcome to Developed.
There you go. You have a better
Oh,
intro
man.
than we have. We don't even
Oh,
have
my
one
God.
anymore.
We better worry. Yeah.
Hey,
That's scary.
we can use that for every show. We use that as an intro.
Yeah, we got him. That was the
Perfect.
whole plan.
Done.
How
You
do
can
you
go, Rugley.
how do you feel like putting
Oh,
like
man. All right. See you later.
how do
Kidding. I'm
Wait.
going to stay. I'm going to stay, though.
I have one more job for you. How do you feel about like creating taglines? Because ours currently is still we do more than mix. That's not a great one.
No, it's not.
That's like as soon as you open up the website, you see we do more than mix. It's pretty lame. Like we just can't figure out another
I
way
don't know.
about it.
Every job has a price. So
That should be the new
see.
one. Every
Oh
job
my
has a
God.
price.
That is good. Or I am Rugley. No, we cannot say it.
No, I am Rugley, and every job has a price. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
So let's talk though. Like, what's the price?
How much did we pay him to be here?
It was a reasonable amount.
Okay. I don't know. It's Fokker is the guy that managed the money here.
Yes, I am. Y'all don't need to know.
All right.
It's on a need to know basis.
Stop spending our money,
I need to know the boat.
man. I'll tell you though. Like I was doing a pretty deep dive into your YouTube, and you have such a clear and concise way of putting the point out there that is making everybody else look like complete dog shit. Like,
oh, really? Wow.
You had
That means a lot to me coming from you specifically, Max. Like,
Well-
because you guys do fantastic work.
do we? But like the editing's good, but like maybe it's because I know like how recording goes, and we are a sloppy fucking mess. Like it is so it's disgustingly bad. How like the reason why they take so long is because we get sidetracked like a lot.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so entertaining. See, my content is just, it's very to the point, short and sweet, because like I'm the kind of person that doesn't really like long format content. I don't really watch a
Yeah.
ton of live streams and things like that. I got a lot to do. I can't just sit and watch YouTube for hours and hours. So that's the kind of content that I want to create, is something that you can just watch real quick, or like, go back and watch it again and not have to, fast forward through the nitty gritty and try to find what it is that you're looking for. It's like, 10 minutes tops it's really my goal.
Right. Yeah.
But
no,
it doesn't feel
that's
that
great.
you're rushing. No, it's
No.
we talk about it this between us, because we said why we can't be that clear, and we do like 1 hour and a half show, and you do it in 10 minutes and it's super clear, and it doesn't feel that you're rushing. You're calm, you're talking about your flavorings, you do it by yourself, which is fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
It is super hard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine just being me and a camera and talking to the camera. That would be the toughest thing for me to do.
I
couldn't
know. I wouldn't be able to watch that.
do it.
Like, what the hell is this
Nobody
hick
would.
talking about? I'm like, this country ass
No.
motherfucker. Like, what? I couldn't follow it.
We would be all the time looking at the wrong spot. We were looking like this
Yeah.
or like this.
Yeah.
It's
Staring
like
straight into
weird
the
all the
lens.
time.
It's that
Yeah, it's so
4100 camera. I can't. There's a lot to look at.
No, but we
Okay.
we actually did take a look at some of your videos, and was really impressed with how you were presenting yourself and the episodes or the shows and stuff. Really good.
No, I like the way that like. Okay, first of all, are you doing those all in one take?
Yeah. Generally speaking, I mean, I do a
Really?
lot of editing, but yeah.
Yeah, I could tell because I was watching it, because I try to do literally one part in one take, and it is a nightmare every fucking time. I try to do the outro in one take, and it doesn't look like I'm looking in the right spot or anything. And that's where all the bloopers come from, because I can't fucking do that. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy is literally doing an entire episode in just one run, one shot. And I can't even do an outro.
Oh, come on,
Fucking
man.
marble
You
mouth
guys-
over
you-
here.
You do fantastic work.
No,
Okay,
it's
I'm going-
edited well.
Oh, you did. Okay, that is the channel. It's on the
Yeah.
channel.
So if
Go
anybody
and
wants
subscribe.
to, yeah, go over to Rugley's channel and check it out. You've been doing YouTube streams for about what, 3 months now?
I think I started in June or July. It was sometime this summer. Yep.
Okay, my
Man.
question is why?
Yeah,
Why?
you already
Well,
had some of like the
yes,
top shows
It
out there.
kind of started out as a joke. So I've been mixing for a couple of years, mostly just for me and my wife, and I just like to play around with it. And I think it's a really cool hobby. And I've got all these flavors, and I always kind of use the same ones over and over and over again. And I was like, man, I have all of these flavors, and I know what all of them taste like and that, but I just don't use them. So I was like, what if I put all of my flavors into random.org and try to make a
Yeah.
recipe out of it? So those were my first couple of videos, were those random mixing videos. And it was just a joke. I did it once at home, and I was like, this is hilarious. I'm going to make these into YouTube videos and share them with people, share them with my friends so that they can watch me, make a fool out of myself. And it just kind of took off from there. I had a couple of people in the community kind of reach out to me and be like, there's this need that seems to be, that needs filled in the DIY YouTube community. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I kind of got my direction, my focus for my channel out of just listening to feedback from people that were actually watching the videos, and it just kind of took off. So I really, really do enjoy doing it. I've never really done anything like this before, and I really like making content, and I'm passionate about tobacco harm reduction because I smoked cigarettes for 15 years, and I quit overnight with flavored vaping products. And I think that, that there's a lot of misconceptions about it. And the more that anybody can do to spread the truth that's really all that that's really all that we can do. Just try to fight back against all of the misconceptions.
Yeah, that's something that I think us three kind of take for granted because we've been doing it for so long. I mean, the real reason that we started vaping was to stop smoking.
Yeah.
And it's really, I mean, it saved my life, I think.
Oh yeah.
And we don't really talk about it all that much because we're having too much fun mixing recipes and stuff. But it's a very, very important part of what we do, whether it's implied or not. You know.
Yeah, we don't put a huge focus on advocacy, but like not that it's not important. Like we definitely think it's important, but like it's just not something that we incorporate a lot into our shows. Like I don't think there's enough of them. I just know like I'm a fucking idiot and I'm not really good to talk about it. You know? And like it's confusing too, like with Nashef too. Like you're in a whole nother situation.
Yeah. But I think that all of us from different positions are doing the same, because giving people tools to mix, to be able to do their own mixes cheaper and with better flavor is also helping people to quit smoking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Hell yes.
Or not to
Absolutely
go
it
back
is.
to
1000% you are helping.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for really good flavored e-liquids, whether you buy them or you know you make them, I don't think there would be near the success rate of people that went from smoking to vaping. It's just that's why they can hang with it. You know, is the flavors.
and
Yeah.
And I
absolutely.
think when I say us, it's not just us doing a YouTube show. It's also, I don't know, people in chat, people in forums, people in all the flavors. Having that community, these guys, they're awesome talking in chat. They create that bond that it gives you that feeling that you're not alone is quitting cigarettes. And that's very important. It was for me, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've made more friends quitting smoking than I ever have doing anything else in my entire life.
Yeah. I mean, there's no real groups out there of smokers that get together and talk about cigarettes. That's for sure.
You know, I've had that thought a couple of times. Like I never went to the store and was like, hey, let me try a different brand, you know, because I knew what I wanted and I knew what I liked. And every time I tried something else, I was like, nah, that's not the same. I got to go back to my regular.
We're just like a glorified like AA group. That's all that we are. Like we're just
okay. we have to be honest. You meet great people, but you can also find people like Max, for example. But that shouldn't discourage you to keep vaping. You know.
That's a fair assumption. I couldn't agree more. There's some good eggs out there. Don't let me rot in the bunch.
Discourage you. Yeah.
No, man, I actually, like I said, I did a really deep dive into your channel, and like I didn't even notice you were like doing it for only 3 months, but I was like really impressed too, like that you adopted like the seasons approach where you're like, I'm gonna do this list of flavors for one entire season, and then you like kind of like changed off of that and everything. I thought that was really fucking cool. Like I would have never thought about like, you know, I like being put in a box like how we did with like certain projects that we've done, but like doing that for a whole concept of like a season is really fucking neat.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so like that stymied from actually watching you guys, and I really just love your show. I love you guys, and half of the recipes you put out I can't mix because I don't have the flavors, and it's really frustrating, and I kind of hate you for it. I'm just kidding. I don't hate you. I love you all.
I wouldn't blame you if you did though.
Nah.
Like at all.
Yeah. But wait, 3 months. But I think
that was kind of the premise of just boxing myself in with those flavors, was that if somebody's watching it and they have those flavors, then they'll always be able to make the recipes in that season.
Yeah. No, that's a cool idea. One question, and then I want to what Nashef had to say. Do you have that list posted somewhere?
Yeah, so the season 1 is over. I just released the list for season 2 earlier this week.
Okay.
But if you look at the flavor stash, if you go to ELR and search Rugley, and you look at the flavor stash, that's the entire season 1 list.
Oh, nice.
And I haven't decided exactly how, if I'm going to make a new account for season 2 or if I'm just going to change the flavor list. But The flavor list is also in the description of every single video in that season.
You son of a bitch. You know how bad I want to steal that idea from you? Like, so bad.
I mean, we're all pirates.
That is great
right?
for beginners.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good idea.
that's really the idea, is that there's a ton of people, you know, when I say that I was listening to feedback, there's a ton of people out there that have voiced the same exact thing, as like they watch these YouTube mixers and they're like, man, I really want to make that, but I don't have all these flavors and I don't have the money to just buy them, you know. So that was another thing, a driving force behind making the list, the specific list of flavors, and not deviating from that for that series.
Oh, man,
Yeah, it's hard to find the balance. For us, for example, it's hard to find a balance because when we tried to do more like a beginner show, our audience is more into developing recipes.
Yeah.
They usually have more flavorings, and they are pushing us to use new flavors.
Yeah.
So if we did the TPA challenge, for example. But then you have people say, hey, I want you to do something with this new brand, with Chemnobatic, with this weird flavoring house. So it's hard to find that balance. And it's good that if there are beginners, they can reach to you to have all that content to know where to start.
Yeah. I mean,
that would be a huge resource for new mixers.
The most I love how well you put that together too, because you basically said for however many segments or however many seasons it's going to be, or how many episodes in that entire season, like, this is what I'm going to be working with. This is what's on my plate. If you want to follow along and everything, this is the exact tools that you need to build these recipes.
Yeah, of course, the caveat is that I don't have as much flexibility, but I try to select flavors that have a wide range. Yeah. You know, I hear the comment a lot about, I don't use the new Wonder flavors and I don't use this or that flavoring. And the reason for that is, it's not because it's not a good flavor that I don't like it. It's because it doesn't have a wide range. And I always use the example of Wonder flavor strawberry cheesecake. It's a fantastic flavor, but it can't really do anything other than strawberry cheesecake. And that really limits the number of recipes that I can create with that flavor.
Yeah. So you try to focus on like base flavors instead of, say, like some of the Wonder flavors. They are really kind of layered. You know, they have different layers in the flavors, as opposed to, say, like TFA, where it's just, if you want a strawberry, it's just going to be a strawberry, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like, that's the cool thing about yours too. Like, you have like, you're going with those particular flavors that you have like that longevity with, like where they're more of like a basic form and they're not like what Folkart was saying, like that layered thing, like they're just plain. And then you have places to go. Like if you had season 1 flavors and you're in season 2, do you not adopt any of the ones from season 1?
Nope, I chose to not pull any of those over. Season 1 had 35 flavors, and season 2 has 32, and they're all completely different. There's not a single one that's repeated.
Oh man, you gotta carry him over, man. Season 3. What's up?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's so many flavors out there. I could probably just do this forever and never run out of content.
It is crazy that you said that you have been mixing for only 3 months?
Yep. No, 3 years.
Oh, 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, he's been doing videos for about 3 months.
Okay, I remember that we mixed something from you.
Yeah, I've taken part in every one of the challenges and interactive mixings and things like that. I really like your guys' channel. You're probably my favorite YouTube channel.
Oh man,
thank you.
That's
I remember that. What was it? It was the last one we made.
The one I don't know. It was probably but I called it a banana cupcake. And Folkart specifically said it's more like a banana Danish. So I changed the name of the recipe to Folkart Says It's a Danish. It was from the TPA challenge. It's
yes.
TPA banana nut bread and Bavarian cream and cinnamon Danish swirl. And I think there's something else in there too. I forgot.
As I recall, I really enjoyed that too.
It's a good mix. I have mixed that up a couple of times. So yeah, I like that one.
And now you have one for the Flavora assignment.
Yes, I love that recipe.
The-
I have it right here. It's so good. So I wanted to do Flavora eggnog was one of the first flavors that I ever bought when I started DIY. And the reason that I bought it was because it has good ratings. You know, the community likes that flavor. But B, my wife quit smoking with an eggnog flavored e-liquid. So I was like, I better pick that up, you know. And I love that flavor. It's really, really good. And I wanted to do like a cookie dipped in eggnog, but Flavora cookie, everybody says that it has notes of chocolate in it. So that's not the direction that I wanted to go with the recipe. I didn't want it to be I can't taste chocolate, so I don't get any chocolate out of it. But if other people do, then that's fine. So I used Flavora maple bar. So it's like a donut dipped in eggnog.
Oh yeah, that is like a donut, right?
Yeah, it's
like
a donut
flavor,
dipped in eggnog,
yeah.
and it's really, really good. I have that recipe right here. It's delicious.
I'm
going to mix that one. Well, we have to mix like 50 recipes, more than 50 recipes.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of all Flavora recipes. We're gonna have to...
That's something that I wouldn't be able to do on my own, is mix 50 different recipes in any given amount of time and try them all and try to pick the one that I liked the best.
I don't think that's not gonna how it's gonna happen.
No, we
are not all going to mix. Yeah, the 50.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I mean is you can mix 20 of them, you can mix 20 of them, and well, Max, you can only mix 10 because obviously you can't do as many as the other two can.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
All right.
His fingers on the go to 10.
We're going right to like the low blows right now. I could probably mix 45. What can you bench press? You know?
Yeah, but and let me tell you, today is the last day to submit your recipe if you haven't to the Flavora challenge.
Yeah, it's over.
Doesn't
matter how good it is. Doesn't matter how hard you copy Rugley's recipe with. I think I want to mix Rugley's no matter what. I don't care if it's like the ones that you guys are mixing. I want to mix it anyway. I have a little bit of a sweet spot for that profile anyway. So.
Yeah, I really like that maple bar. That's one of my favorite Flavora flavors, and I don't use it that often, but it really is a nice, rich, kind of donutty, mapley kind of thing. It's really nice.
It's so good. You can use it for a donut too because the maple frosting note in it is light enough that you can cover it up with something else. But it is a really like yeasty donut, and you just like, oh man, it's really good. It's mouthwatering.
And it's the only way to do a donut with Flavora because. Please do not use Flavora donut. I won't mix that recipe if you decide to be a suicide and use Flavora donut. And I love Flavora, of course, but Flavora donut is awful.
Yeah, if they look good, I'm gonna mix them. If I have any kind of like opposition to them, no, I'm just gonna fucking steer away from that shit. Sorry.
I'm gonna try to mix the ones that look the most interesting, you know.
Yeah.
So,
we'll talk, figure out what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna start mixing those up like this, like tomorrow.
Right now. Yeah.
I'm for sure gonna check out what Slushy did because I know he was doing a remix of Obsidian, and I'm very curious.
Yeah, he fired some shots at me. Challenge is on.
Slushy?
Oh, yeah?
Really? Really?
Did you tell him to bring it out?
He said he's going to win. He said he couldn't mix my recipe because he doesn't have one of the flavors, but that doesn't matter because after he wins the challenge, he'll have all the flavors and then he can mix my recipe.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Snap.
Guys, do you guys smell a showdown right now?
I do.
I think this is the end.
Oh, there's gonna. I love Slushy. Okay. Dude's OG.
There's going to be a round two. There's going to be a round two.
I don't care.
Showdown.
I don't care if.
So if it's a tie, we can have a lightning round. This is a good idea. Live stream. We mix right here. Bean versus Slushy, and you pick the winner.
Oh, this kind of already mixes into something we want to do. So, can we talk about it?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk any more about it right now, but can we talk about it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh man, that sounds like a good time. Yo, hype it up. Fuck Wayne and,
Yeah.
and Nick Evans' little debate. We're going for this lightning round shit. Chefs, where you at? Let's do this. Round 2.
It's going to be fun. Hey, we have a recipe to talk about. Do you want to start with that?
Sure, we can talk about it.
Hey, these are some also big claims. All right, forget the showdown for a second, but we took up a very highly rated, basically a classic recipe. Apple butter.
Yes.
By Goldfish.
I was pretty nervous to put a recipe in as a remix to that one. That one's
Well,
up there.
we've talked about it for a while though. I mean, when did that recipe come out? What, 2005, 2006?
Yeah, let me actually find it because that actually is a great recipe. It still holds up today.
I didn't try that one.
Really?
I mean, when we developed this recipe, at least I didn't have his recipe. I didn't know which flavorings he used for that.
It was created 2016.
Really? Holy shit! Could you give me the link? I can't fucking find it.
I sure will.
Oh, I got it. Never mind. Sorry.
It's in the description of ours.
My bad.
Well, it's a very different market from 2016 to now. I mean, the flavorings you can use to make apple butter in 2016, it was fucking crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I think that we wanted to try to tackle it, is because there are so many new flavors that you could create something like this with. Right?
Yeah.
Max, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I nothing. I was gonna say that like I'm showing the fucking thing, and like I don't know if all the flavors is just having regular all the flavors problems, but like there's no image, so it's weird.
Yes, it's
But-
all the flavors problems
It is.
for sure.
But
Do they have? Did they have a apple filling back then?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't even know if they had Flavora like on all the flavors
As a
at
brand,
that time.
yeah.
Or as a brand. I don't know. When did Flavora like really like hit hard? I think it was around that time, but like later at that time, right?
It was early. It was late. It was early 2016, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's around the time that Wayne started working on that Obsidian, I believe. Right.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
But I'm sure they were in business in 2015, but I don't think I'd never heard of them.
Yeah. I'm curious how
But
many
this
people,
recipe is crazy, man.
I'm curious how many people like have mixed this recipe in the chat or whatever, like the original, and then I'm more interested like who have tried both. But like this is one of those recipes where like it still does hold up today, but it was flavor bending was very popular then. So you kind of had to. Now you don't really have to. We took the easy way out. Like if we were trying to do this like what Goldfish had to do, not happening. But what we did was basically just using all the best flavors that could work for it.
Yes.
I'm happy with this recipe.
All these flavorings are quite new. I mean, apple filling, caramel butter, country apple, castor premium, molasses. Those flavorings weren't available like 3 years ago. But I really like this. I really like. I'm surprised by this recipe.
The only thing that I don't like about this recipe is the fact that we felt like we needed to use the Wonder Flavors molasses, which most people don't have.
Yeah.
But if you like dark kind of spiced apple-y things, or dark vapes like that, you should try to pick it up, because it does add something that's unique than say a caramel or a butterscotch or something like it. It's a different type of a flavor. And just buy a little tin milk, because you're not going to use much of it. It'll last forever, and it's cheap too.
Yeah. Yeah, Wonder Flavors.
Yeah, but it makes the difference.
yeah,
It does.
It makes
really
the difference
does.
in the recipe.
It's one of those like like rich cinnamon type flavors, like you might like rich cinnamon a whole lot, but like you don't need a whole lot. Just buy a 10 mil for the amount of times that you're gonna use Wonder Flavors molasses. Like it's gonna make a huge difference, but like you don't need a whole lot of it. So
I have to dilute rich cinnamon.
oh, I don't blame
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's just one of them. You know, it's just one of the, especially if you're like, you know, a little bit sensitive to those like spice flavors and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that was how the apple filling, when we were using it higher, I was like, there's way too much in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I've used it that high plenty of times, but like 1% in here just seemed to be the sweet spot. Yeah, I mean,
It's the perfect combo with country apple. I don't think we could use any of the apple for this, because
No.
we need something. I mean, apple filling, the apple flavor is great, but you cannot separate that from the spices in apple filling. So when you need to boost that apple flavor and you don't want the brightness from all the other apples, you don't have that many options. And country apple was perfect for it.
yeah. I
Now,
agree.
Rugley, I think we were talking before the show about you were kind of surprised that we didn't use what apple in this.
I was, before I watched the video, I was expecting like apple pop, Flavora apple pop in there. I was expecting Flavora caramel in there.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Well, if we would have left it up to Max, caramel would have been in there.
oh yeah, I mean, I still think it could have been. But I mean, I could see like maybe apple pop with like apple cider, but like apple cider, like Flavora apple cider is almost more of like that like hard cider type of thing. Oh, now Chef's showing off some bullshit. Go ahead, say something.
Yeah. I do have apple pop, like a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a lot of apple pop. That'll last you for a while. You're good.
It's also
But
a lot
I
of.
don't know.
There's also
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of developed flavors behind you.
To me,
Yeah,
to,
dude.
to
Look at this. Sorry, fucker. Look at this. Look at this baby. This 500 ml diner one shot. That's so
so-
sweet.
That is
What are
so
you gonna-
much.
what are you gonna do with that?
We are having the one shot line in Argentina now.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
shame.
And other countries soon.
We are getting so shameless.
I
All right.
know.
All right, apple pop and apple cinnamon or apple cider. Like it probably could have worked, but like apple filling had like all of the things we want, like the right amount of spice just to like kind of cook things and everything, which also Flavora caramel. could've
Yeah,
done.
it's better that way. I've done apple pop with like FA liquid amber to get like an apple filling kind of thing, but apple pop is like sugary candy. It's not like gooey.
Mm.
It's too candid for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would not have worked as well as country apple and apple filling.
To me, Perillum Country Apple it's not quite a baked apple, but it's kind of like it's almost poached or something.
It's like
Yeah.
You know, it's not cooked. It's like it's an unspiced, almost cooked apple.
I get like, you ever get like those, like a nice apple for me is like that crispy kind of like bite into it, but every once in a while you get those ones that are a little softer and like mealy, like the skin is hard, but then you bite into it and like the inside is soft, like it's like a baking apple. I get that. Like it's not
Like
quite raw.
Overripe.
Yeah,
Overripe.
it's almost like overripe. Like, you know when a pear is overripe and you just know it, and like it's just like mealy as fuck in there. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh man.
It's melting in your hand.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, ugh, there's nothing worse. Like, I don't like a soft apple, but that's kind of what country apple does. And sometimes you need that when you're like building a type of recipe like this. But it doesn't really remind me so much of like the fresh skin off of it. I get more of like just the soft inside with still like a little bit of like a cooked outside. I don't know. Am I making any sense? I feel like it's not like a super fresh apple is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was clear. And I think that for the spices, I don't know if it is in the episode because we tried so many flavorings, but I know I tried Baker's Touch from Liquid Barn,
Oh yeah, well that's another one too.
but it was weird between the spices from Apple Filling and the spices from Baker's Touch that I really like. It was too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of have to choose one or the other.
Baker's Touch is a little bit of a stubborn little flavor, isn't it?
The only reason that I think that apple filling would probably be better than the Liquid Barn, what is it, Baker's Touch, is that it's just spice, the Baker's Touch, and with the apple filling, you get just a little bit of that apple kind of syrupiness in there too, you know. So
Yeah. No, I think that we tried that for the extended version. That we did this recipe but on toast.
yeah,
And then
Yeah.
we tried the Baker's Touch.
Well, I'll tell you, both
That is
recipes are fantastic. I like this one more, but that
What
one
is the original?
I like the original more.
Oh no.
I will just say because the other one is way more complex, it's probably a little bit more commercial, but I kind of like how this one's just straightforward, like apple butter. Apple
okay.
butter.
You say complex, I say insane. If people look at that extended version recipe,
Oh, yeah,
they have told us that is insane.
It is insane. It is insane.
is.
And it's a lot of flavors that like maybe you don't like totally use all the time, but you probably have them, right?
It's one of those. For me, it's insane not because of the amount of flavorings or the flavorings. It's because how those flavorings work to give you the toast, the bread.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make any fucking sense, but it
It works,
Like-
okay.
but like it seemed like after a while, like especially like as far as that one went, like it seemed like we were just a mad scientist just adding different things in a bottle. But no, it's for sure it.
Yeah, there was actually some real thought that went into those different flavors to make that toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It looks insane.
Yeah, let's talk about
Works.
this one.
Yeah, this one is still my favorite one just because it's straightforward. If you did want to go like another step with this profile, you wanted to add like a cake element to it, or like, you know, maybe you want to add Zappola to it and like kind of get like almost like a fritter kind of vibe, like you can still do that. But this one as it is like it's just apple butter. And it's pretty like it's almost linear but in a good way. You know, it's just straightforward. It is the whole thing through the entire vape. You don't have any of that complexity, but I don't think you can beat it.
Let me tell you, it is tips beautiful. This bottle, I had it for, I don't know, when did we record that one? Like 2 months ago?
Yeah,
something
it was
like
a
that.
while ago.
Like that. Oh, it's so nice now.
Yeah,
Rounded.
I can't believe that we only took apple filling to 1% though. It was weird. I thought we were gonna use way more. Too spicy.
I think we tried more.
Yeah, too spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, we had to lower it.
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm gonna have to mix more of it, especially like, okay, here's the crazy part. We made it 2 months ago when it was totally not in season, and now I'm like, oh yeah, like this is the time where I really fucking need it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, Rugley, when you do your episode, do you think about that? Do you try to use this? Sorry, it's Google talking.
You mean do I develop the recipe before?
No, I mean if you develop the recipe thinking of the season.
Can you shut
Oh
her
no,
up?
not particularly. Although I do have a couple of recipes coming up that are season specific.
Yeah, especially
Because,
for a season.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know if with those 35 flavors you can make recipes for summer, more fresh recipes, bakeries. Do you think about that? Do you think when you choose the flavorings, okay, I need to have bakeries, I need to have this many fruits, I need to have this many spices, or just choose like a broad spectrum of flavorings and then think what you can do with them?
Yes. Yeah. I feel that that would probably be kind of counterproductive. Although it is really, really good to, do things in season, but like people years down the road can go back and watch it. If they're looking for something summer, it doesn't matter if I posted the video on Christmas. If they're looking for a summertime recipe, then they can find that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, so all of your videos are pre-recorded, right? You don't do any live shows.
No, I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that approach. And what is your plan for the channel? I mean, where do you see the channel?
I really like where it's at right now. I'm having a lot of fun and people are engaged, and I'm enjoying producing the content right now. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and listening to feedback, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I mean, now you have the 35 flavors for season 1, then the 35 flavors from season 2. Next year, you have less to choose, I guess. You get into more obscure flavorings if you just want to use those flavors from season 3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is something that I have considered, and I have not exactly come up with a plan of how to circumvent that yet. But like I said, we'll see what happens.
So do you announce like what flavors you're going to be using for the next season, so people can like go ahead and buy them and get ready for some of the shows that you're doing? Okay, cool.
Yep. So earlier this week, I just posted a 2-part video, and all of the flavors for season 2 are out now, and recipes for season 2 are going to start dropping tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think everybody should subscribe to your channel because it's super interesting. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm really glad that we find it. It's a great asset for any, especially beginner mixers. I think it's super important.
Yep. I'm really focused on that because of, all of the misinformation that's out there, all the legislation that's passing, and all around the world. There's people that are having to turn to DIY because they can't go down the street and buy what they need to not smoke cigarettes. And if you've never done it before, no amount of Googling or anything, watching YouTube videos, nothing can help you more than just physically doing the mixing. So if you have kind of a base jumping point to start off of and try the flavors rather than, to kind of hack and slash your way through it like I had to, or like, I think a lot of people have had to try to, kind of cut down on that learning curve a little bit. It makes the break-in time for getting into DIY a lot easier. Plus, absolutely. if you know what you like, if you're like me and you know what you like and you don't really like to vape anything else all day long, and if I have a recipe for that and you like it and that's all that you ever need, then good, I helped you.
Yeah. I think you do a great job on that. Like, I like the way that like you really do like simplify shit. Like I know what was that term that you made, and it was like simple and whatever. I forget what the fuck it was.
The 5 S's of DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like
what is it?
Of DIY. The 5 S's of DIY are simple. Simple. When you're first starting out, make simple profiles. Don't go to developed and find their most complicated recipe and mix it up, because if you don't like it, it'll be hard for you to pick out what it is that you don't like. So Keep it simple. Single flavor test. When you get your new flavorings in, test them out at 1%, at 3%, at 5%, go on ELR, research them a little bit, figure them out. So simple, single, sweetener. I think sweetener is super duper important. Even if you don't like sweetened e-liquids, sweetening up your flavors helps tremendously, making it more palatable, getting your tongue involved. Let's see, what are the other ones? So steeping, super duper important. Tons of flavors, you try them out and they don't taste like what they actually taste like right off of the shake. You have to give them time to develop. And what's the 5th one? So Simple,
Sugar
single, sweet, sugar cookie. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's the sixth. The sixth S.
Oh man,
Gosh.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot or anything. Like
Oh no, it's cool. Just give me just a second.
I
Subscribe.
But I'll tell you though, you
Take
like the
this
way
time to go over to my channel and
Right.
subscribe, and then you can watch the video. I'm just kidding.
That's it.
Hang on
absolutely
just a
you
second.
should because the way that you put that whole entire thing together, I was like, fuck. I didn't think about laying it out in any kind of like terms or anything like that. And yeah, every one of them was fucking true. And you like kind of went into every single one. I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, this guy's a fucking natural. I'm like, he's perfect
Aw,
at it.
thanks, man.
And you know, I was doing it.
The fifth one is small. Buy small bottles and mix small batches of your recipes.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
I
Yes.
couldn't
It
agree
makes
more.
Perfect sense.
I couldn't
Yes.
agree
Yeah.
more. Dude, you had every basic covered financially, you know, like actually like getting your skill up. Like, oh man, follow his fucking channel. Like if you're like, just what are you wasting time for? It's so fucking clear. And I got to tell you, I'm a big fan and I fucking love it. I think I put it on the one day and I was like, you know, reorganizing shit. I'm like, this guy's trouble. Like, I'm thinking this guy is just too fucking like, he's way too good at this shit. And like, you know, all it takes is for him to like, you know, it's not going to be long.
Watch out, Wayne.
It's not going to be long.
Ciao, Max.
I'm just telling, yeah, you know, have you ever thought about joining Developed? I know there's only room for one pinky, but like, I'm on my way out.
Hey, you guys, I'm in.
I might as well like, I'll ship you the camera and the mic and everything, and you can you
No,
can be
but
the replacement.
definitely we have to mix something together.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if for a
For sure.
podcast or whatever.
1000%.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
really
We have to
interested
do something.
on the showdown that might happen. I'm
Yeah,
feeling
we-
pretty
we
good
had-
about that.
We haven't had any guest mixers in a long time. For
No,
Well,
episode.
we had
We
uh,
did something special last week. I don't know if we should talk about it.
Are we
Where
gonna
we
release
mixed
it?
with, I don't know. I haven't started editing it. I don't know.
Oh.
Seal your lips. Zip it.
Yeah, we can't talk about it. They're not going to see.
Well,
it for
but
a
let
long
me.
time.
I can say this. We mixed with a lot of people.
It was a group
Lot of
effort.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, you
it
know,
was fun.
I'm not just saying this, but like, the members are. It's so great to get to know them. Like,
Yes.
it's cool that like you get to like get more of that. Like, you get to do that in like a small like Discord and anything like that. But it really is cool. Like there's little quirks in people that like it cracks you up and shit. You know, like,
And we learn a lot.
yeah.
It's I know we should be the ones giving them knowledge.
No, but it's not happening that way.
No.
They're the ones
No.
that are like actually like influencing the way the show goes, and I dig it because, you know, it's a cool perspective and shit.
Yeah.
The more people that get involved in any project on any level, the better that it gets.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh, for sure.
Couldn't agree more.
The right people.
I loved like when I was trying to find like I'm very big on like, obviously this is a group show. Find a group of people to mix with and dial in with. Like the DIY Eat Juice subreddit is great for that. Those people are such a tight group where they help each other and they do like crazy wild things together, and like it's all through text and everything. Like, find a group like that and your skill and experience will go through the fucking roof. You know, I see that personally. Like when we mix together, like
Yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
you guys show me tricks
so
all
rich.
the fucking time.
Same here.
So rich.
Same here.
But okay, in for those that don't know, in the membership we have Discord, and we have one section that is recipe dump, where they put their own recipes. One morning, I was, hey, how is everybody doing? I started reading, and they were having a conversation about the profile, and they were developing recipes together with a really hard profile. And it was incredible to see how they were helping each other in that tight, because when you have a huge group of people that is not bound by any, I mean, those that are members is because they care enough to subscribe and to have a membership. So they are in the same boat, and they were developing the recipe together. And
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Very well.
It
too.
was incredible.
Like that's
Yeah, that was very cool.
that one probably is like my white whale if we're talking about the same recipe. And you know,
Yeah.
you can break some ground on that shit when you work as a group. We've done that.
Yes.
That's what we have to do. We have to bounce ideas off of each other. You know, you get stuck on a profile that you're really, really trying to nail. And then all it takes is one little percentage or one little flavor that it throws a wrench in the gears and, like, you know, gets you thinking, and then it's the trick.
Max, the perfect example is our one shot, the carrot cake. It would
Yeah.
have been impossible to do it without the effort of the three of us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Impossible.
a lot of hurdles behind that. We haven't ever talked about that, or have we? Or can we talk about it?
Well, what, the recipe? We can't.
Well, the original part of it.
Oh, yeah, we can. No, we can't.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Never mind then. It's not a big deal. Nothing happened. No biggie. All right, so whatever. We don't have to
Nothing
talk
to
about.
see here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about any of the fucking flavors. But I was just saying, like, you know, whatever. All right, we won't talk about it. Anyway, you know, when you find it, I couldn't urge anybody anymore. Like, you can't really do that within a chat on YouTube, which is why Discord is so important. And, like, we don't have an open one. It's just like I would urge people to go to the DIY eJuice, the DIY or Die Discord, and, you know, talk and try to connect with people. And I'll tell you, like, your experience with, like, eLiquid, and it'll go so much further just bouncing ideas off of each other. It takes a while to find the right group of people, but the DIY eJuice one is great. I mean, they have a lot of people on there that are always trying to tackle shit together.
That's how I ended being Argentinian in this community.
That's how you ended up being
Looking for-
Argentinian? You sure about that?
No. As an Argentinian, being in this community. It's
Okay, that
just
part.
because of that, because of the community.
Right. But it didn't
Because
dictate
I was
where you were
learning
born.
from the group. No, I was born in Boston. You know that.
Yeah.
Go Red Sox.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me it was huge. And we have. I learned that we have members from all over the world. Well, we have people watching the show from all over the world, and it's super interesting to see. I was having a conversation today with Don Corleone. I think that's his nickname. Yeah, but
What?
he's from Germany.
With who?
I think it's Don Corleone.
I'm pretty sure that's a mobster.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I think
pretty
that's
sure
his
That's
nickname.
the Godfather.
I don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
it's
so,
Don
man.
Corleone.
Don Corleone.
His nickname is Don Corleone.
I don't think you
And
should keep
he's
in
from-
contact with him.
Yeah, no problem. I'm from Argentina. I'm used to
you
it.
guys-
He's from Germany, and it's super. We have one member from Denmark. We have people from South Africa, and it's super interesting to know how the country and their own regulations and what flavors they can access build them as a mixer. McDucky, for example, he has the entire Babe Train collection,
yeah.
all of it. It's crazy.
McDucky, you know, another showdown idea, McDucky versus Mark Sr.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The battle
yes.
between two different flavor house fanboys. You got Wonder Flavors in one corner from Mark Sr.
Yes,
Like, those are
yes.
the two biggest fans, I think, of polar companies. You know,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
McDucky, all about Vape Train. Mark Sr., all about Wonder Flavors. Head to head. That's a twofer.
Okay.
That's a 2-for-1.
Yeah. The good thing is that now that they are talking and sharing recipes, they tell to the other, hey, you need this flavor from Babe Train and you need that from Wonder
Right.
Flavor.
They're like, hey, listen here, shithead. So guess what? You need a little
Something
vape
like that.
train? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rugley, somebody mentioned in the chat that you have a one-shot line.
Yeah, they're only currently available to my patrons, though. So if you want to pick up my one shots, go join my Patreon campaign.
Oh, cool.
Hey
Oh,
man, couldn't
nice.
agree more. I think it's
The link
worth
is
it.
in the channel, right?
Yeah.
For
It's
the
also-
Patreon.
Oh, bam.
Book art.
The link.
Yes, I've got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
we got it up screen too. You got
Yeah,
you got a
yeah.
lot
If
of
you,
shit.
yeah, if you want to look at his Patreon, there it is. There's the link in the chat. So yeah, go check it out. Support him.
Oh man,
It
you're
takes
doing stuff-
time and money and effort to do this kind of stuff, especially as
does.
well as he does it.
It is very important. And I actually do I appreciate more that you have a Patreon up because it ain't easy. It does cost money. It costs your time.
Yeah.
You have to, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
So I would say more than worth getting a fucking patronage. Is that the correct term for it?
What is the name for? You need a name for those in Patreon, right? The
Become-
Rugleys.
Became a
Oh,
patron.
you
Oh yeah.
Call them
Call them the
the
rugs.
Rugleys.
Call them the rugs.
The Rugs.
Yeah.
Yes, they are the Rugs.
Yeah.
That is a great name.
Or just call them the carpet. Become the carpet. There you go. That's a good one. You can use it.
Oh, Max.
10%.
I love you, man.
I want you to say sensory memory a couple times though. Like, you know?
Can you say inoculated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
by the way,
That's-
next podcast, I got a real bean to pick with you guys.
why?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to do it
Why?
now, but I'll tell you right now because you guys brought it up, and I'll tell you on the next one.
Wait, the next one is the assignment, right?
Yeah, no, the next podcast, 2 weeks. I got a bean to pick with
Oh,
you guys.
okay, okay. Oh, I have to wait 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger. Everybody's going to wait.
Nobody cares.
That's marketing.
Nobody cares.
No, I do
you
have.
think that people is going to be? Oh, I have to.
I won't
wait
even-
2 weeks.
I
I,
won't-
can't wait to know what Max.
They just put it on their Google Calendar.
Right.
Everybody did.
Right. Become the it's going to be a patronage package from Rugley.
from the Carpenters.
Yep. The Carpenters. The Carpenters.
The Carpenters.
There you go. It's a little inside joke. You know, it takes a while to get there. It's quite the walk around, but once you get there, you're worth it. Yeah.
So,
Oh my God.
speaking of podcasts and such, what about next week? What are we doing next week?
Oh man, that one's gonna be a tough one to get through.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing the assignment, the
Yeah.
Flavora only challenge. Assignment, just assignment.
Assignment is a challenge, but it's the assignment. Yeah.
It is challenging, but it's
Mhm.
just an assignment. It's not. Yeah, it's not a. I feel like challenge almost makes it seem like it's more of like a who wins. No, most people win. Some
Well,
people lose.
There is going to be a winner.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's yes, but
Yeah.
not competing.
No, we're not stacking everybody against each other. That's not what's going to happen. Don't get into any fights or anything other than Slushy and Rugley. like you guys should for sure argue. But
Yes.
other than that, nobody else, everybody calm down.
Yeah.
Everybody
And
else,
we are going to know the winner of the full line of Flabora flavorings
yeah.
Yes.
next week.
Next Thursday.
That's a stellar giveaway.
Yes. Thank
Especially-
you, Flabora, for that. That's huge.
Yes.
Actually, I won't even say the next part. But I'll tell you, it's a big giveaway. It's better now than ever. I was talking a little
You're
bit.
talking like Trump.
I was just thinking that.
Yes.
Everybody says so. It's best. It's the best now than it's ever
That's
been.
wonderful.
You can ask
That's
anybody.
wonderful.
Flavor is the
Wonderful.
best. Best they've ever been under my presidency.
But there's
Do
something
you
else.
write his speeches for him? I'm pretty sure that you.
Might as well. Ask anybody. It's
That makes
incredible.
sense.
It's incredible. Everybody loves it. People tell me that I write the Flavora giveaway stuff and Trump's speeches. I'm the best at it. Whatever.
The jobs.
My God.
The jobs.
There you go.
Also, of all the recipes that are submitted, all of those are going to be sent to Bryson with a chance to be in the next Flavora book.
Yeah,
I-
ebook.
Bryson just wrote me on Instagram asking me for one of the recipes, what I thought about one of the recipes. And we are going to give Labora our thoughts about the recipes we try. And they're going to see every recipe, and you have the chance to be in their next book,
Yeah.
which is huge.
Yeah, if it's good, there's probably gonna be multiple. I mean, who knows? We don't talk about it. I don't write for Bryson, just Trump. Anyway, so hey, I had a great time with you, man. Rugley. Oh, he's gone. Anyway.
I'm not gone.
Oh,
Those
boy.
are lies.
He's
I'm
back.
Right
You
here.
embarrassed the shit out of me. Hey man, I had a great time with you. It was a great time to be able to, like, you know, I'm glad I found your channel. I'm glad your channel exists. Like, you know, I think it's an important one to be out there. You're doing shit different. You're doing shit great. I fully support everything that you're fucking doing. I hope people have a patronage or become a patron to your channel. I think it's really important. A carpenter. I hope everybody takes up carpentry. And yeah.
Just so you know, I'm never going to call anybody that. They're just people. But I appreciate all the support.
Oh, I
And
hope people
also
become
had
people.
I also had a really, really great time with you guys. I love you all very much.
Ah,
Oh.
that was too cute.
Thank you very much.
That was too sweet.
I don't even like. I feel dirty at this point to like shill our shit. I think we did enough during our show, like. But
I think we need to make up or something, because we have been saying so many nice things about each other. We need to
I
make
know
out.
we should be meaner to
Yeah.
each other, right?
Yeah.
Just wait till the next episode.
That's true. We're
It'll
gonna be
happen.
all out war. It's just gonna be like, you know, next one. Next one's gonna be an argument. Promise. And I'll tell you, because I got arguments with you guys. So 2 weeks, I swear to God, we're gonna have a little bit of an argument.
Yeah, and talking about mean people, thank you to all the members. Thank you to all the
Yes.
members. You are great people, mean people, but great people, and we really thank the support. And if you want to get the membership, it's awesome. Really helps.
Yeah.
It's $3 a month. You don't even notice it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we had a great time on the last little get together we had. That was fun.
Yes.
Interesting. Different little take that we did. That was cool.
I hope we can
All
show
right.
it to everybody.
Yeah. Me
We
too.
have a lot of recipes to mix.
Yeah.
Could
All
be
right.
a long weekend.
All right, guys. Are we done here? We got
I think
anything
so.
else?
Rugley, thanks so much for coming on, man. And
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
go check
Thank
out
you.
his YouTube channel. I'll post it one more time in the chat for everybody.
Thanks for having me.
No, man, it was a fucking pleasure. And then, you know, the last time we had a guest on, it was Rick, and I was really mean to him, and I meant every word of it. And same thing, same goes for this one. I meant every word of it. It was a great time hanging out with you. Rick's a piece of shit. I hope I'm interested to see what you do with your channel. I think it's a lot of fun. All right.
Thank you,
Just-
everybody in chat.
I think that
Thank
was
you for
enough.
watching.
That was enough of a kiss goodnight, right?
Sure.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the Favora challenge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the assignment. We'll see you on that one. All right. Peace
Bye.
out.